What's going on, BC? Joaquin here. I hope everybody's doing well. Cheers to the weekend. So I'm just gonna do a video today. No preparation whatsoever. Always moving on the fly. But the reason why I decided to do a video today is because I officially started the process of moving back to Portugal. So I'm reorganizing things here. As you might be able to tell, there's some boxes up there. I'm starting to get things lined up in order to be shipped. And as a result of this process, I assume that I'm probably going to be away from this YouTube live for at least 3 months. I assume so. At least 3 months is how long it's going to take, at least for all my personal belongings to get to Portugal. And also I'm going there with no place to stay, just like starting from scratch. It's just gonna go there and rent a place somewhere out there, no jobs, just it's time for a change. And I'm just looking for a change. So I most likely will be away from here for a while, not away from watching videos and commenting and all that shit, but at least I don't think I'm gonna be able to be doing videos that often for a few months, let's say. But anyways, so let's take a look at some records. Where shall I start? Shall I just grab a stack? Let's grab a stack. Let's pull the stack from where? What is this shit? Let's see where it comes out from this stack here. Hopefully it's not stuff that I already rambled too much about it. Anyways, a banger, a classic. On Subcore Records from '87. Actually, pretty underrated album in my opinion. Some would say crossover, that kind of stuff. Not as good as The Accused, but no one is as good as The Accused. But this is definitely a record that flies under the radar, that I think is an excellent record. I'm talking about The Humanizers, End of Time. Yeah, if you never listened to this record, or if you ever came across this record and was not, the cover alone was not enough to intrigue you, or actually can be quite deceptive, this is a ripper. What else I got here? Well, this is a classic. I don't need to ramble too much about this. But if there is a... I don't know nothing about hip-hop or rap. As a kid, I grew up with Public Enemy, Run DMC, Salt and Pepper, that kind of shit. But if there's a band that they had some grit to it that I appreciate, and this is an absolute classic, is De La Soul. It's a classic. What else we got here? 81. This is incredibly underrated record. This is like the best of B-52s meets classic power pop with a punky edge. Talk about the Delinquents. This is killer. One of my favorite. Would you say, I think you will call these a maxi, or maybe not. No, he has 5 songs. I think you could call these a maxi, and this is one of my favorite records from the first wave of Canadian punk, which is very. It's kind of like if Stiff Little Fingers and the Modernettes had a baby. Talking about the Damics, Talks Sheep. Love this record. Check that out. What is this? A picture disc. I often don't share picture discs, but I'm gonna do it today because we're doing things on the fly. This is the Almighty Demented Argo. One of those legendary UK psychobilly bands. Orgasmic Nightmare. I don't know what year this is. It's probably maybe 90s or some shit like that. It's pretty good though. It's pretty good. Oh, if you know the Demented Argo, they just always stuck to a formula that worked, and it does work. What is this? From 2007. This is it's a compilation from 2007 on punkrecords.com. Punkrecords.com. That's the website for the label. Hopefully they're still active, and this is just a compilation of the Mob's singles and a couple new tracks and all that. Crying Through Time. The Mob is just an absolutely essential British punk band. It's a band halfway through the 77 sound and what was known as UK 82. First single from 79, if I'm not mistaken. There's one here. What do we got here? Just trying to read this shit. I have no idea. I can't recall. Maybe Boston area. I don't know. Anyways, Danny's Most, and Instigators. Excuse my spunk. She's just like. It really sounds like it looks like. Danny's Most has quite a few singles. And actually a very extensive career, but it's pretty much like Alice Cooper, T-Rex, MC5 Stooges fans, shooting the shit among the punk rockers. Some killer tracks right here, for fans of like stripped down rock and roll, pop rock with a punk edge. Yeah, it's great. One of my favorite live albums of all time, and hands down the only album that you truly need by this band, in my opinion. And this is a band that I'm not gonna say that I'm a huge fan. I was a huge fan as a kid. When I was 10, 11, 12, this was my favorite band. So I have some cred to talk about this shit, because I was obsessed with this shit. This band made me buy a pair of white Levi jeans. That's how bad the obsession was. But anyways, I think this record is a record that, at least for me, someone that been in love with this band for almost 40 years. This is a record in this stage of my life, the only record that I need. I'm talking about Depeche Mode 101. She's brilliant. Coming from England, what year is this shit? I think they were from Bristol. I don't remember the year of this. It's gotta be mid 80s. Very underrated record in my book. I think this record is way better than a lot of things that get high praises. Talk about depraved. Uh, Stupidity make the man, which is a fact. Uh, UK82 bass. There's like a UK82 mix. It's like UK82, UK hardcore, and UK anarcho punk in a blender. Pretty good. Actually, great. One of those 77 bands that deserve way more credit than they ever got. For instance, I'm not going to compare these guys to the Ruts, but there's a little bit of Ruts. There's a little bit of Suburban Studs. There's a little bit of Dr. Feelgood, early stages of the Dr. Feelgood in this shit. And this is an absolute classic for 77 punk fans. Talk about the Depressions. Hailing from Portland, if I'm not mistaken. A phenomenal band. This is their discography from 89 to 92. I remember back in the 90s, these were the American bands that I wanted to listen to. Because, there was like, you, as an European, you were in tune with these guys. Because a lot of American bands, their drive seemed to be more focused on pop culture and stereotypical things, at surface level. But there was some American bands that they do wanted to be politicized. They wanted to be well informed. They wanted to speak loud against the establishment. And one band that did it better than the most. Lyrics, musicianship is just like anarcho punk hardcore, anthemic, well played, killer riffs. Talk about deprived. Excellent. Not that I'm very knowledgeable about ska, which I'm not. Reggae, I don't know nothing about it. But through the process, through the evolution of a kid that got into punk rock, you get into punk rock. Then you start digging into obscurities. Then there's a stage that you bump into different subcultures, such as the skinhead subculture. And then, as a result of that, you are exposed to different sounds. And when you're young, you want to be informed. You want to keep up in the Joneses. So I did have, 25 years ago, my stage of digging into ska. Exclusively because I was an Oi fan. And when you learn about the history, the formation of the skinhead subculture, ska is something. Extremely deep rooted, and some would say it is the sound of the skinhead. So we had to explore those things, and this is a legend right here that Ska for Dummies, Derek Morgan, Shake a Leg. Then this is just a bunch of Descendants records, and this is one of the best records ever made, in my opinion. Uh, what year is this? An SSD 82. 82. This is a record that I'm not gonna ship. That I'm gonna take this in my luggage on my way back home. Absolute classic. Uh, yeah, there's no words to describe the beauty of this record. I cannot pinpoint many records that the sound and the lyrics would appeal as much as this one does to lost youth. Oh, this is a ripper. This is a ripper. This is a classic. I know often I hear people talking about Spanish bands such as Parálisis Permanente, the Bulpes, and all that. I think a lot of those bands get hyped up more based on the rarity and the cost of the original releases than actually for their quality itself as a musical act. A band that, in my opinion, rivals, better than any of these that I just mentioned. I absolutely love this record. This is an absolutely essential. This is like Spanish punk with a dark int. I'm gonna say dark wave. Talking about dark wave, yeah. You know, one thing that has been driving me nuts. Not driving me nuts because I totally don't give a fuck. But every time I hear the term cold oi, man, that cold oi. We're not creative anymore. We're trying to be too creative. Fucking cold oi. What the fuck do you mean by cold oi? Is oi supposed to be cold? Is oi supposed to be depressive? Oi is supposed to be abrasive, fist pumping, rowdy, cold oi. Whatever. I know there's many great bands out there that's how they identify themselves, but man, I'm not falling for that. Cold oi. Desert Chables. There's some cold oi for you. A banger. Oh my god, this record so fucking amazing. I remember when this shit came out. This is a release on Going Underground Records from 2019, and this record blew me the fuck away. Some proper, well-made American hardcore, sang in Spanish, brilliant female leader, singer. She's a ripper. I have no doubt in my mind that in 20 years from now, this record is going to be a classic, and people will be using their credit card to buy this shit, because this shit is absolutely tremendous. Deseos Primitivos, the debut. This is brilliant. Let's see. Oh, another one for the Ska for Dummies, another classic. Combo from Desmond Decker, Music Like Dirt on Trojan Records. Mr. Desmond, gotta have him. 20 minutes. Should I pull another stat? Let's see what I need to pull something else. Back here. Let's see what I got from back here. Well, classic. Mr. Ian Dury and the Blockheads. There's some fucking killer pub rock hymns in this one. This is essential in my book as well. This is Ripper, one of the best. Are they from Scotland? Maybe. One of the best anarcho-punk bands with a sense of melody. It's like if Icons of Field meet Toxic Effects. This is Icon, later to become Icon AD. Their recordings from 81, 84. This is absolutely exceptional. There's some tunes here that are nothing rather than anthems. Brilliant. This is a record that I put out there with Subhumans, the day the country died, the feeding of 5,000 by Crass. This is just one of the best, up there, if not better than any of those that I just mentioned. Icons of Field, Onward Christian Soldiers. This is an absolutely essential punk album for any punk fan. I didn't even know this shit. Check this out. Almighty Italian band. Their first single, well, their only single, one of the most sought after, expensive as fuck singles that I'll never own because I'm not paying that kind of money. But I do have this comp, which compiles the single and some live recordings. Talking about the almighty Ice and Ice, Drunk at the Jukes. This is killer, you know. Here's the single, comes with a humongous poster, the full shenanigans, and I just realized that I have two. You know, I needed two of those bands. Yeah, killer. Ice and Ice, you know Ice and Ice. If you watch this, you've been watching this channel. Another banger, essential. And this is a record actually that I bought maybe in the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. This was put out by Mortar Hate, which is the label ran by Colin from Conflict. And this is excellent. And as far as I recall, is probably a cheap record. It's a double LP with everything that you truly need by them. Talking about the almighty Icons of Filth. Killer. It's another one of those bands. I know a lot of people, they stay away from the narco-punk sound because they think everything is gonna sound like Crass with the drum boy hitting that fucking drum kit. No, it's way more than that. It's just punk as fuck. And I feel like GBH exploited and all that kind of shit. Discharge, you'll love this. From Italy, this is probably like mid 2000s. Idle Lips. Not a great cover. I don't like this type of covers. I think they're lame. But this is like garagey rock and roll with a punch. There's some killer, anthemic, well-played tracks. So from your garage, punky rock and roll, glammy fiends out there, this will be a record to take a peek at. After all, it might even be a bargain bin. Incredible underrated band. I'm just gonna show these two right off the bat. Midwest, Chicago, ID under both of these records. I think Genericide falls through the cracks. It's just a ripper. This is an essential ripper of a Midwest classic American hardcore band. Amazing, my book. Classic. I think I shared, not long ago, I shared this record with you guys. Ill Repute, you know, ill repute in this particular stage. This is just like what hardcore means. Essential for any punk hardcore American fan. Is this one here? Oh, this one is terrible. This one is terrible, but we got him. Gotta share. Big rusty balls. There's some fucking. Yeah. It was. What year is this shit? This is from 1993. So it's kind of like a record, as you can tell, that it aligns with the times. There's some attempts here to be more radio friendly. I think there's a cover here of Bob Marley that is funny. But it's a different ball game, rusty ball game. But nevertheless, Ill Repute, it's a killer band. And I'm gonna end this video tonight with this comp by Ill Repute, because I don't want to be bugging you guys for too long. This is another incredible Mystic release, courtesy of Mr. Doug Moody. Omelette. This is just captures multiple fragments of Ill Repute's career. This is actually a killer comp. Sounds amazing, and it is a fucking killer cover too. Yeah, I think this record alone, by the cover alone, it tells you how much are you in for the trip. Oh, there's one here. That's what I was listening earlier today. A band that I fucking adore, and I don't know why people don't talk about these guys. I think one of the main reasons is because the big majority of their catalog is on CD, not on wax. And they still play to this day. They still record to this day. Almighty Canadian band. This is a brilliant band. This is like if the Dead Kennedys, the Crucifix, and the Real Kids had a kid. The Almighty Ripcords. These Ripcords are their first album. Banger right here. Well, if I put out a video next week, that'll be great. If not, if you don't see me, anything from me, from the next weeks, months, it's because I'm in a process of moving, and my primary goal when it comes to YouTube, as soon as I settle in Portugal, and I will be able to pair what I have here, music-wise, or what I still have there in Portugal. My main goal is to have create this killer setup for myself to enjoy my music, and also I might even invest what needs to be invested in order to be able to come at you with live streams where we're just gonna spin records and interact and mumble about all this shit. Yeah, so thank you so much for your support. I hope you guys are doing well. Just stay punk, stay strong, stay free, and stay positive, man. You guys take care. Cheers.